again. Getting comfy here. Thanks for joining me again today. And today we're going to talk about life. What is life for you? What is living all about? Like, why were you born? What are you doing with your time on earth? How much time do you have left on earth to live this thing that we call life? Life is very complicated. We have so many dogmas and doctrines and theologies and psychologies and all form of spiritualities, that's my word, on the planet that you can look into that seems to want to point you in the direction of life and a way of living. But really, what is life for you? We all have to have our basic life, and we need to have our basic metaphor for life. Your metaphor is just like a framework or a mindset that gives you a sense of life, a sense of why you are here, a sense of purpose, a sense of direction, a sense of self-worth, self-esteem. All those things are tied up in that simple little thing, and what is life for you? What does it all mean? And whatever it means to you, that's what you develop into, believe it or not. You cannot exceed that at all. And whether you have your own, you got it from your parents, you get it from your church, you get it from your school, that is like a mold that you're going to be growing into, and sometimes you cannot break out of it because it is so tight or tightly fitting on your whole psychological makeup that you feel that you have to respond in this way. There are a lot of people who have broken from certain religions. I'm not going to call names right now. And after they've broken out of what they thought was life, they realize that, wow, the world is bigger than I thought it is. And I am more important in this world than I was thinking. I was thinking I'm just this kind of a little person. And, and you grow up into this kind of little person, and you mature into this kind of little person, and you think you're an adult, and you think you're going somewhere, and really, you haven't really defined your life. You haven't defined your purpose. You haven't answered the question, why am I here? You are just doing what you're told. I remember there's a song that I wrote for a lady that I helped in the Middle East. The lady who I talked about from the Middle East. And in there, I wrote the songs for her. The song is called My Princess. And then in there I have that verse that says, taken hostage by my world, they imprison my very soul. Feeling only what it told me, I struggled with the me that wants to be. And a lot of us are in that position right now. And we need to break free. You are part of this universe. You are part of everything. You own just about everything. It's all yours. The air is yours. You don't have to go buy air and water. I mean, we do buy water, but the point still remains we're not supposed to be buying water because it's provided for us for free, and a lot of other things too, because we are that important, and we are that important part of the universe that the universe makes sure that we are taken care of. It's people who get involved in life, and there is things like exploitation, control. There's this whole greedy thing that is happening, and guess what? We get lost in all of this stuff. And we wake up one morning and we don't know who we are. Anyways, I don't want to go off on a tangent here, but you have to define life in the middle of all this. Who are you in this world of crazy people? Maybe you think I'm crazy. I don't know. But yeah. Anyways, for me, what I had to come to was the conclusion that life is a journey of lessons. That each lesson is designed, and I believe we are living in a whole universal intelligence system that we are part of, that is like a father or a mother, but a nurturer. And the experiences that we go through in life is really to teach us, to mold us, and to make us into the greatest person or people we can be. If we ignore those experiences, and if we see them negatively, then we don't benefit from the guidance that we are getting to become what we should become, and the usefulness that we like to feel to ourselves and other people on the planet, and also have what is it Warren is his name, talks about a purpose driven life. You must have a purpose that drives you, but then you also must have things that helps you to define your purpose. My favorite story, and I'm not going to get religious with you, because the story of Joseph is something that's told both in the church, and many of you may have seen the play Joseph and his Technicolor Dreamcoat. And it's a story about a man. His family hated him, like literally. They tried to kill him, right? Then the day they were supposed to murder him, they decided to change their mind, and they ended up selling him as a slave. Then he ended up in working for, let's say, the assistant prime minister's house. And then his wife, prime minister's wife, had the hots for him. And she decided she was going to, get this guy to sleep with her. And she tried, and he resisted her. And, they said hell has no fury like a woman scorned. So she was in that situation where she really felt scorned. And one day she tried to really pull him in to her bed, and he escaped. And she grabbed his jacket, and because she grabbed his jacket, she told everybody that he tried to sleep with her, and she resisted him, but she managed to catch his jacket before he ran away. He got thrown in jail. He was in jail for a while. And after being in jail, he was learning to interpret dreams. He had this gift where he can get information from the universe and give the meaning to the dreams. You can say from God. And then, so the Pharaoh had this dream, and he didn't know how to make sense of this dream. And he told the Pharaoh what the dream meant. And the Pharaoh said, listen, if you are that smart and this dream, your interpretation is that good, I am going to give you the position to take care of business for my whole country, because I believe in you. Now let's backtrack here. So here was a man who was hated by his brothers, and one of the reasons why they hated him is because he had a dream, and he kept telling them about the dream, and in the dream meant that they were going to bow down and worship him. Right? And it's like, we're not going to bow down and worship you. Like, don't even think about it. And every experience that man had took him to the place where that dream became a reality. Every experience. If they didn't hate him, they wouldn't try to kill him. If they didn't try to kill him, they wouldn't try to sell him as a slave. If he wasn't sold as a slave, he wasn't going to end up in Potiphar's house. If he did not end up in Potiphar's house, he would not have ended up in prison. And if he was not in prison, he would not have been in the place where he was supposed to get the greatest job of his life, being the prime minister of this country. That's a true story. So the experiences that you have are designed to take you somewhere. They're intelligent experiences designed just for you. But it's up to you to learn what you're supposed to learn in every stage of the experience and move on to the next level. And that's how I define life. And you must have a metaphor for life. I find this is easy for me to live with, because I can take the insults, I can take the put downs, I can take the struggles, I can take the hard times and the bad times and say, this is all good, and I can learn something from this, I can grow from this, I can become a better person. And it is transformative, because once you transform, you literally move up in life. Believe it or not, you move up in life. So get a metaphor for life. It is worth living. But understand that life is not against you, but you could be against life based on your thinking. Understand that life is really for you, and life is trying to make you the best person ever. So that's my metaphor for life. It is a journey of lessons. Learn your lessons. Okay? Overcome those things you have to overcome. Give up those bad habits. You are put in that position so that certain things in you will develop. If you don't break a bad habit, you are stuck. It doesn't mean you're a bad person. It just means you need to learn that lesson, that you have the power to overcome and become a better person. And so, do so. and treat everything, every difficulty, even a bad relationship, as a place where you're going to learn something. It doesn't mean that you're going to stay in that relationship, but you can learn a lot from that relationship, so that when you get into your next relationship, you are not going to be going through the same thing over again. And there's another thing about life I didn't mention is, if you don't learn your lessons, you tend to repeat the lessons. Because when you don't learn the lessons, when you do learn the lessons is when you move up. When you don't learn the lessons, you're like a dog's chasing its tail, going around in one circle after the next circle after the next circle. So, get a metaphor for life. But I think this is one of the best ones, that it is a journey of lessons, and it's up to you to learn the lessons and to grow and move up to the next level, and you will find a new satisfaction in life and a new purpose for living, a new understanding of who you are and why you are here. Hope you enjoyed this video today. See you in my next video. Alright, songs. The songs that I have prepared on eforwoman.com is to actually transform you and help you to be a better person, but to do it quicker, like almost instantly. You start listening to these songs over and over, and it is transformative, right? That's my guarantee to you. So go to the website, listen to the songs, read some of the stuff that's there, and I hope that you get a metaphor for life and that you are learning your lessons. Okay? Ciao.